part 2. Now we're going part 2 now. We are going to deal now with 11,000 to 12,000 years. Right? Now I'll read verse on page 797, verse 7, and what it states. For 11,000 years the Lord of the universe wrought many a wonderful deed. This is what the verse is saying. So we must understand what the verse is saying. That Ram brought all these inventions for 11,000 years. Now, people, you have to know that Ram cannot live for 11,000 years. This is, I made that explanation before. It is an entity. So it is members of the Ram entity that is traveling this 11,000 years. Okay? So, and they are inventing everything from then on. And this is what the verse is stating here. Now, page 804, verse 3. Right. I will read that verse too. When Rama had reigned for a very long time at Ayodhya, he, the blessed Lord, reflected that he would rule his father's kingdom for yet another 1,000 years. So here what we're saying there, he reached at 11,000 years and he will rule for another 1,000 years. So we are dealing with this part of this in this research here from 11 to 12,000 years. Okay? So the verse is making it very clear. I don't know what people, I don't know, you see that it would appear like blind people were reading this book. Because nothing couldn't be clearer than that. I mean, I explained that there. It couldn't be clearer than that. He ruled for 11,000 years and he will rule another 1,000 years. Makes it 12,000 years. Yeah. I can't see anything so difficult for any ABC children not to understand. Yet, nobody seemed to have knowledge on that. All right. So now we're going to move to page 788, verse 2, presents half an hour. So we are starting here to cover this 1,000 years, 11 to 12,000 years. So half an hour to find out how they check hours in these scriptures. You have to take 14,000 years and divide it by 24 hours. You will get 1 hour equals to 583 years. So I round it off to 600 years. So we can say half an hour is 300 years. So Ram is at 11,300 years there. Page 426, verse 1, present 48 minutes. You see, these books have minutes. We have these Christian scholars and historians writing that they invented minutes. But the Ramayana have minutes. So I don't know how them get to know minutes and invent it afterwards. The Hindus cannot say anything. So here we have 48 minutes. So we put 48 minutes at 3/4 hours. So that's 450 years. So Ram is at 11,450 years down on the journey. Page 426, verse 1. Well, that's what I just said. Page 491, verse 2. 3 verses mention 1 hour. 1 hour is average 600 years, so we put 11,600 years. So all this is time in the book that is there. Yeah. I don't know how they can't find time. Now again, page 803, verse 6. Present 1.5 hours. If you can do the calculation, simple maths, 1.5 hours is 900 years. So there where we have now, that is moving down to 11,900 years, close to 12,000 years. Right? Page 798, verse 8. I will read that verse. Verse 8. Okay? When he knew that he would have to live for another 100 years. This is what they're saying. Eh? When he knew that he had to live for another 100. So he's projecting another 100 years. Meaning that he's covering this 12,000 years. That is what he's doing. Eh? 11,900 years to 12,000 years. The kind-hearted Rama was somewhat distressed. I must now perform the sacred horse sacrifice. Now, this I discussed this in a previous video, but we will go with it. Now, he's presenting a celebration named horse sacrifice. And this is what we will go through here now. Now, page 821, verse 8, present 12 days to confirm that it's 12,000 years they reach up. So we have the timeline for that. So we're going with 100 years that they're going to perform what we will call a horse sacrifice.